This is the TYSK report. Thank you for being here. I don't want to waste your time, so let's go ahead and dive right in. Nvidia debuts Groot in 1, a foundation model for humanoid robotics. Nvidia is releasing what it's calling an AI foundation model for humanoid robotics. The model, dubbed Groot in 1, is a generalist model trained on both synthetic and real data and features a dual system architecture for thinking fast and slow, inspired by human cognitive processes. Groot in 1 is an evolution of Nvidia's Project Groot, which the company launched at its GTC conference last year. Project Groot was geared towards industrial use cases, but Groot in 1 broadens the focus to humanoid robots in a range of different form factors. Within the dual system, System 1 is described as a fast-thinking action model that behaves similarly to human reflexes and intuition. System 2, which is powered by a vision language model, is a slow-thinking model that reasons about its environment and the instructions it has received to plan actions. Those plans are passed alongside to System 1, which translates them into precise, continuous robot movements that include grasping, moving objects with 1 or 2 arms, as well as more complex multi-step tasks that involve combinations of basic skills. Groot in 1 is available in open source. Alongside the model, Nvidia is releasing simulation frameworks and blueprints for generating synthetic training data. According to Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang, the age of generalist robotics is here. Nvidia is very immersed within the progression of technology, and this is very similar to what I talked about in this video right here with Google and their models. So what I'm thinking is going to happen in the future is Nvidia's Groot in 1, Google's models, and then Microsoft's models are all going to be available for companies to use, so that way these companies who are building these humanoid robots will have different options to choose from for different use cases that would fit their needs for what they want their humanoid robots to do. So as the year progresses, I look forward to seeing what companies are going to integrate Groot in 1 and also how Nvidia is going to scale this foundation model that they built for humanoid robots. Nvidia and Google Deepmnd will help power Disney's cute robots. Nvidia is collaborating with Disney Research and Google Deepmnd to develop Newton, a physics engine to simulate robotic movements in real-world settings. Disney will be among the first to use Newton to power its next-generation entertainment robots like the Star Wars-inspired BDX droids, one of which waddled on stage next to Huang during his Tuesday keynote. Nvidia plans to release an early open-source version of Newton later in 2025. Newton is supposed to help robots be more expressive and learn how to handle complex tasks with greater precision. The physics engine is designed to help developers simulate how robots interact with the natural world, which can sometimes present a challenge for robotics developers. Nvidia claims that Newton is highly customizable. For example, developers can use it to program robotic interactions with food items, cloth, sand, and other deformable objects. Newton will be compatible with Google's DeepMind ecosystem of robotic development tools, including its physics engine, Mujoko, which simulates multi-joint robot movements. So that was some of the more latest news from Nvidia's GT conference. And with this type of news, I'm thinking about how interaction is going to change in the future. Just thinking about having those small little cute Disney robots being a little learning mechanism that children can interact with on a consistent basis. So that little robot could be programmed with AI, and then as the kid is interacting with it, it can learn from that robot, asking it different questions about the world, things that they like, how things are made, and this can take their capacity to learn to a whole nother level that nobody is thinking about at this time. Also thinking from another futuristic perspective, with all the different Disney movies and TV shows that come out, they could have these little types of robots be available to be sold along with those TV shows and movies when they are released. Nvidia debuts Llama Nemotron open reasoning models in a bid to advance agentic AI. Nvidia announced a new set of open source Llama Nemotron reasoning models to help accelerate agentic AI workloads. The new models are an extension of Nvidia's Nemotron models that were first announced in January at the Consumer Electronics Show. The Llama Nemotron family models are business ready for AI reasoning models for advanced agents. As the name implies, Llama Nemotron is based on Meta's open source Llama models. With Llama as the foundation, it is optimized to compute requirements while maintaining accuracy. Nvidia also applied sophisticated post-training techniques using synthetic data. All that training resulted into the models having exceptional reasoning capabilities across key benchmarks for math, tool calling, instruction following, and conversational tasks, according to Nvidia. The three different models targeting different deployment scenarios include Nemotron Nano, Nemotron Super, and Nemotron Ultra. Nvidia also announced the Agent AI-Q blueprint, an open source framework for connecting AI agents to enterprise systems and data sources. AI-Q is a new blueprint that enables agents to query multiple data types and leverage external tools like web search and other agents. As enterprise AI moves beyond simple applications to more complex reasoning tasks, Nvidia's combined offering of efficient reasoning models and integration frameworks positions companies to deploy more sophisticated AI agents that can handle multi-step logical problems while maintaining deployment flexibility and cost efficiency. So this was some more news from Nvidia's GTC conference, and from my perspective, I believe that these models are just going to be an additional option for enterprises to use. So you have some enterprises that like Microsoft's models, you have other enterprises that likes Meta's models, and then now you're going to have these Nemotron models from Nvidia, which I believe other enterprises are going to lean more towards due to the fact that they might have some connections or other partnerships with Nvidia, or they are just familiar with their technology. And one interesting thing to point out from lots of these companies is that they are moving towards creating enterprise AI agents. So for everyone out there working for different companies, within the next few years, if you haven't already, you will soon see some AI agents working alongside you on a daily basis. GM teams up with Nvidia to bring AI to robots, factories, and self-driving cars. General Motors is turning to Nvidia to help bring AI to the physical world in an expanded collaboration designed to touch every aspect of the automaker's business, including factories, robots, and self-driving cars. The deal means Nvidia will provide AI infrastructure, essentially GPUs, for GM and will help the automaker build its own AI. GM plans to work with Nvidia to build the custom AI systems using several of the tech giant's products. GM will use Nvidia Omniverse with Cosmos to train AI manufacturing models to help it build next-generation factories and robotics. Using Omniverse, GM will be able to build a digital twin of its factories to virtually test new production processes without disrupting existing vehicle production. They will also use Nvidia Drive AGX for its in-vehicle hardware for future advanced driver assistance systems and in-cabin enhanced safety driving experiences. The automaker recently stopped funding its commercial robotaxi development business in a pivot that has shifted resources towards its hands-off advanced driver assistance system known as Super Cruise. So this is a very smart play from GM to tap into Nvidia's technology to enhance their Super Cruise technology, and with all that money that they got back from moving away from Cruise, they can now use that money to invest in this type of technology and research and development resources to bring their Super Cruise technology to another level. Also, another thing to point out for you is that this is very familiar with what I talked about when Rivian announced their driver assistance technology. So based on this news and that news, I'm thinking that all these companies, whether they are traditional ICE vehicle companies or electric vehicle companies, they are all moving towards this autonomous driving technology that will one day be driving everyone around across the globe. Ocado unveils Porter pallet moving AMR at ProMat. Ocado Intelligent Automation, OIA, introduced Porter AMR at ProMat 2025 recently. Porter is a pallet moving autonomous mobile robot, AMR, that navigates warehouses to automate several warehouse workflows such as cross-docking, bulk item picking, put away, and pallet movement. The company's patent system-directed software intelligently orchestrates each Porter autonomous pallet moving robot or a whole fleet of them to reduce travel times and avoid warehouse congestion. Meanwhile, Ocado's fulfillment execution system, FES, groups orders to maximize case picking, optimize route plans, and reduce steps between picks. Meanwhile, machine learning prioritizes and plans pallet stacking intelligently to avoid product damage. Porter picks, moves, and places pallets directly from the floor with precision, even when they are aligned back to back. It recognizes its surroundings to safely handle and transport heavy loads autonomously and can be configured to handle cages, increasing flexibility and expanding fulfillment capabilities. Additionally, Porter's advanced vision system enables it to navigate safely and autonomously without requiring infrastructure changes or manual manual intervention. Moving at speeds of up to 4.5 miles per hour, the AMR dynamically adjusts its speed when detecting people or equipment in the area, ensuring workplace safety. Porter intelligently parallel parks itself in aisles to reduce congestion, keeping operations seamless for both robots and human associates. So that was just some of the latest news from robotics being integrated into the warehouse industry, and I always want to continue to bring you this news so that way we know the different companies building this technology, the different use cases that this technology has, and its massive potential to take over the labor force within the warehouse industry. Razer launches new Wyvern game dev platform with automated AI bug tester. Razer is getting into AI with a new developer platform called Wyvern. It encompasses dev-focused automation tools like the Razer AI QA Copilot to assist with quality assurance, game testing, and the AI Gamer Copilot for real-time tips and guides via voice assistant while playing games. The most consequential of Razer's new tools is the AI QA Copilot. It's a cloud-based plugin for Unreal Engine, Unity, and bespoke engines in C++ that's designed to reduce the time and cost of manual quality assurance testing through AI. Quality assurance is a labor-intensive process for any video game involving many hours of testing and manually logging glitches in need of fixing. The AI assistant can watch a game being tested, automatically find bugs or performance issues like frame rate drops, and create a QA playtest report with both its findings and any bugs manually tagged by the tester. Razer claims that its AI can identify 20 to 25% more bugs compared to manual testing. So this is just another article showing the progression of artificial intelligence technology and how it's going to continue to take over many of the different tasks that people are responsible for within the technology industry. So it's always good to be informed about news like this, even if you're not in quality assurance, so that way you can begin to think about how AI could have an impact on what you do on a daily basis. Real-time space strategy game Battle Group VR sequel has been announced for Quest and PC VR headsets. Indie studio Space Owl Games announced the upcoming sequel to real-time strategy game Battle Group VR. Developed by solo dev Commander Ken, Battle Group VR 2 is coming to Quest and Steam VR headsets soon, promising to be a bigger, better sequel to the single-player real-time space strategy game. Space Owl says Battle Group VR 2 adds a heap of new features, including open-world exploration, missions, mining, trading, and fleet building. Battle Group VR 2 is said to include a fully 3D space battlefield, letting you direct your forces, coordinate fleet formations, and execute precise attacks against increasingly difficult AI enemies. There's no release window yet, although you can now wishlist the game on the Horizon store for Quest 2 and on Steam for PC VR headsets. So that's just some of the latest news in the world of technology. I hope you enjoyed the video, and to continue to stay informed, like the video, subscribe, check out these two videos right here, let me know what you think, and stay tuned for the next TYSK report.